All right. I am out here where I live. It's like 3 in the morning and it is dead. There is not a car. Listen to this. It is dead, and this is how I like it. I like it when there's no cars. I like it when I have some light and some space to myself. I love it. 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 But anyway, there are 3 things that lately, you know how I am. I'm always thinking. I'm always up in my head. I'm always asking myself while I'm on this earth, what's the point to keep going on, or what am I going to be doing? Or it isn't that I'm planning necessarily, how can I say this? Yes, I'm planning on certain things, but I'm not. You see, look, distractions. See what I'm saying? This is, now look, I'm not saying there aren't distractions, and I'm not saying that I don't like distractions, but see, when you're someone like me and you want it to be silent while you're doing something, and then you got to hear these, these cars, people going places. I just get tired of the hustle and bustle of it all. And where I live, I'm always next to a highway. So this is why, understand that I can't stand living next to a highway and hearing cars all the time. It's maddening. It's maddening when you hear the same shit every night. You hear the same motorbikes going to a job back and forth, and it's like it just drives you freaking nuts. But anyway, with that, 3 things. There is Memento Mori, which is remember your death, responsible hedonism, and last but not least, it kind of slipped my mind because, see, I got distracted. There's one more. Homestead living. Homestead living is what I think, and I know a lot of us, we are missing. We are missing in our lives. If we had something of our own, we would not feel how we feel about a lot of this world. But see, what I noticed is a lot of like having something to blame. They'll never do anything. They love blaming the world for their problems and why their life is the way that it is. I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. I'm done with the whole the extra baggage of drama, the whole gossip shit, the whole playing games. I'm done with the whole thing. I can't tell you how done I really am with it. You hear that? Nothing. Nothingness. Now, I know you hear me, and I know I'm a ripple in the wind, and I'm making noise, but you have to understand, when you are around these highway roads every day, and you hear cars all day long, it's just, like I said, it's maddening. It's madness. You realize it is literally the repetition that I talk about. People going back and forth, and it never stops. It never ends. And it's a kind of repetition. It's a kind of monotony that it has driven me mad. I have already lost my mind, but I am not nuts. I have not gone nuts, but I have lost my mind. And I'm glad I lost my mind, because what that means is I have lost my conditioned mind. Do you understand? I lost my conditioned mind. And a lot of people will never do that. They don't even know what that means. And it isn't, you see how loud these things are? Like, it isn't their fault that, like, this truck, it's not their fault why he's on the road taking whatever material or substance or whatever he's taking to another store, but it's just so much better to be in your own solitude and to make your own noise, because the noise that you're gonna make, it isn't gonna be some irritating noise to just make noise to say, look at me, I'm insecure, so I gotta make this irrational, loud noise, like a lot of these cars that people drive. Like a lot of these cars that got these loud engines on it, and they're just so loud. It's ridiculous. There's no reason for it. And I know a lot of people out there, they might like these loud cars, and they might be into that kind of shit. I'm not. They're irritating. They irritate the shit out of me. I can't stand them. Anybody who drives a really loud car with one of those mufflers that you can hear like 2 or 3 miles away, I hate them. I wish they wouldn't make them. I wish that nobody would drive them on the road at all. I wish you could hardly hear cars, if I'm being honest. But anyway, I didn't want to make this long of an intro, but Memento Mori is remember your death, because a lot of us, we're so caught up in this matrix, and we're so caught up in our conditioning and what we've been indoctrinated with, and belief systems and superstitions, programmings, propaganda, all this shit, that we lose sight that we're not gonna be here for too long. Yes, life is short and life is long. It's both long and short. But remember your death makes you realize that you don't have a lot of time here. And responsible hedonism. If we could all be responsible and take accountability and have discipline for our actions, because without discipline, we have nothing here. Without discipline, we're out of control people. And most people are out of control because they have no discipline. And this is why responsible hedonism is, this is for people that can do things. They can be hedonists. They can indulge in pleasures as long as they are not hurting another sentient creature. You see, as long as they are not inflicting harm or doing unnecessary bullshit to others, then you can do whatever you want to do as long as you're responsible. You can be the biggest hedonist in the world. What does it matter? Why would I suffocate my pleasure? Why would I suffocate doing something that I actually want to do? For you, for them, for my family, for my co-workers, for people I know. It's stupid. And most people, they waste their entire lives because they're so concerned about other people. They're so concerned about this thing that I talk about. And I'm getting there. I'm going to get into what I mean by this. And the last thing is homestead living. It is the only thing that will be left for someone that is really seeing this matrix, for someone who is really seeing that they have been programmed, conditioned, indoctrinated, brainwashed, propagandized. If you are someone that really understands this and you're seeing it for what it is, and you're seeing how fake most people are, and you're seeing the mask and facade, and you're realizing what's really going on here, you're gonna get to a point where you say, there's nothing else for me to do but to get away from these people, because they will never understand you. They will never understand me. This is why you have to understand, for someone like me, yes, I still have to be around these people. I still have to be around people. I still have to associate with people. When I go up to the store here, as I'm doing this video, I gotta go up here and I have to grab the food and I have to talk to someone at the cash register. I don't have anything against them. I know they're just there doing a job. They're just there making a living to survive like me. But I more than likely know that those people, they are caught in this matrix mentality. And getting into that, I'm not going to get into why the person at the store is. I'm leaving them out of this. They're just a worker at the store doing what they do. But I'm talking about most people in general. You got to understand that if you are somebody that you want to do what you want to do, if you are like, I am done with what people think of me, I don't care what people think of me, I'm living how I want to live, I'm doing what I want to do, I will be responsible for myself, so therefore I can do anything I fucking want to do. I don't have to limit myself for any of these people. I don't have to put on for anybody anymore. You see, we waste so much energy. Well, people that understand this, you're not wasting your energy on this stupid shit anymore. People that really understand what I mean, they're not giving their energy to people that they know. There's no need to give your energy to some people because all they're going to do, they're not going to understand it anyway. All they're going to do is they're going to push their belief systems. They're going to push their superstitions. They're going to push their indoctrinations, their programmings, their brainwashings. They're going to push their traditions. They're going to push their whatever it is that someone else has told them in their lives. Someone said something to them when they were a child and they just believed it because someone told them that. That's what's going to come into the conversations with people. It's always going to be this facade, this mask that they're putting on for you because they don't know how to be real. They don't know how to be honest. They don't, because the ego is denial, and denial is the ego. And if you don't understand what I mean, then more than likely you are still involved with the ego. You're still living by your ego. You haven't let go of it because you think that you need that for other people. And when you're wrong about something, oh no, I'm not wrong. They did it. No, it's his fault why I did what I did. Oh no, but this person made me do this. No. You did that to you, just like I did whatever I did to me. I realized that the ego is just pure denial. It's denial, denial, denial. It will deny things to the very end. And this is what most people, their mask is their ego. It's something that they don't realize that if they would only break it down and they would completely destroy it and let it go, that's the only time you can be a free individual. It is the only time that you will get absolutely honest with yourself, is until you get rid of your ego. And it's a mindset. The ego is a mindset. It's this mindset of, I have to put on for other people. I have to smile for them to make them think that I'm happy, that I'm doing good. That's the ego doing that. The ego is, well, I have to speak a certain way around these type of people. You see, It's the ego. It's the denial. It's not being real. It's being fake for them. For them. And then what they told us, what they told you, what they told me at one time, we just believed it because they told us. They told us that this existed. They told us to believe in this thing. They told us if we don't do this, then this is going to happen. They told us all these things, and we just believed it. We just took it on blind whatever. I don't know. I don't know what word to use. I'm not going to say blind faith, but we just took it blindly and said, oh, yeah, because you're someone that is my parent or my family member or someone that I think I'm supposed to trust, I'm just going to listen to you and I'm going to believe you. And some people, they are still to this day believing things that someone else told them at one time because it was someone close to them. It was someone that they are attached to. So they say, oh yeah, well, I believe them because I know them and they wouldn't lie to me. This has been going on for centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries. And I'm telling you, all of it is, it's a game. It is a game people are playing out here. It's a game. It's a game. It's a show. It's a fake, phony show that people are playing. And I'm not playing it no more. I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. I want nothing to do with it. Nothing, 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 nothing. And these people that when they come across me and my energy, they know that. They sense that I'm different. They know that I'm not on that mindset. I feel it everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, it's just, I feel when I'm around people, I know I'm making them uncomfortable because my energy is too real. My energy is too honest. My energy is upfront. My energy doesn't bullshit. My energy don't have time for stupid, petty, dumb games. See, my energy is something that it gets right to the point. It doesn't fuck around. My energy, I'm somebody that, come as you are or don't come at all. Don't bring that mask shit to me. Don't bring that facade shit to me. Don't bring that putting on shit to me. Don't bring that smiling when you don't want to smile to me. And they know that. They can sense that. Because all of us, whether we want to admit this or not, all of us are energy. We are energy beings. We are beings of energy, and we can sense energy from other people. When you walk in a room, when they say you can cut the air with a butter knife in here, that's exactly why they say that, because it's an energy thing. Have you ever walked in a room filled with people that were filled with just, I don't know, hatred and rage and whatever? You know that if you're somebody that is consciously aware. You're someone that's conscious of the energy around you. You know this stuff. And when you're someone that you have observed this and you have studied it and you know it because you've been around it so many times, because you've been in those situations yourself. Everything that I am telling you, I was all of these things at one time. I was the one that was chasing these illusions that were never there. It was an illusion. And even though, I'll admit it, there was a time a long time ago. There was a time a long time ago. See, look, like this guy here, he sees me walking and he sees me walking here and he got a loud truck. So what does he do? What does he do? He revs his engine up because he sees me walking more than likely, and he revs his engine up just to be an asshole. Just to be an ignorant asshole, he does that. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that, but he did it. He did it. Whoever's driving that truck did it. And see, this is the stuff I can't stand about people. They just deliberately do shit because they don't even realize that they're assholes. They don't even realize that they are the pieces of shit. They don't even realize that they are the ones causing all of this unnecessary drama and friction. And that's why I'm getting the fuck away from it as much as I possibly can. Fuck these people. They have nothing to offer. They will never understand me and you. If you're someone that is here listening to my videos still, and you're sticking around, because see, what's going on right now, the wheat is being separated from the tare. That saying, separating the wheat from the tare. What's happening right now is I'm filtering, at least this is what I really would like to think is happening, but I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure, and I'm willing to tell you that I don't know. But what is happening is all the people that are not meant to be here, they're drifting off back into their conditionings. They're drifting off back into the bullshit. They're drifting off back into their egos. They're drifting back off to the false self. They're drifting back into all the nonsense, that the shit that's been being put in their heads since they were younger, and thinking, oh, well, I can't listen to this guy because he's too real and nobody's real, so I can't be with him. You see, oh, this guy, he's just way too logical. He's way too honest. So I can't mess with him, because see, they know that they have to make a lifestyle and a mind change, and they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that because they're cowards. They don't want to take it upon themselves to say, it was me that was doing this to myself. It was me that was doing all of these things, all of these stupid, unnecessary, chasing all of these illusions that you think is something and it's nothing. And this is only gonna be for the people that are gonna stay here and stick around on this platform are only gonna be those who really understand it. And everybody else is gonna go. Let them go. Let them go, because we're not meant to interact with one another anyway. We were never meant to align, metaphorically align in the stars. It wasn't meant to happen, because they are a part of the Matrix. They don't even understand that they are the Agent Smiths. They are the ignorant Agent Smiths. They are the literal mind virus that is causing all of this unnecessary chaos. There is natural chaos and there are natural things that go on, but most people don't even understand or realize that they are causing most of these things. They're literally causing it, but they don't even know that they're doing it. They don't even care that they're doing it. Listen, the other day, I was coming home from work, and there was a green light to turn left, and there was these young kids, young, immature, stupid, young, immature kids that ain't using their mind. They're young and dumb. They're young, dumb, and full of cum. And, all of this kid's in the middle of the street acting like a complete idiot. He's screaming something in Spanish, and then I can hear him saying something about Diablo. Now, that means devil or demon or whatever. And he's screaming something Diablo, and then his friends are over here laughing and chuckling, and he's in the middle of the street acting up, and he got this bottle in his hand, and he's like looking at me, and he's yelling, and he's looking at me, and I'm just sitting there. And I got my hands on my head, and I'm just looking at him because I'm chilling, because it's hot, I'm sweaty, I'm not in a good mood, and I'm just sitting there looking at him. I'm just looking at him, and then I'm looking over at his boys, his boys that ain't really his boys. They're ignorant. They're in the matrix too. They don't realize it yet because nobody ever told them, which they more than likely they'll never hear it, because more than likely they'll never come across a person like me but a few times. And I'm just sitting there looking at this kid, and he's acting like an idiot. And then as I'm looking at him, I can tell he's getting more angry. He's getting more, he's looking at me like I'm the problem when it's him. He's the fucking problem. But see, he's so dumb, he's so ignorant, he's so immature, he's such a blue-pilled idiot, he's such an NPC, he's so in the matrix because of what his parents didn't teach him anything. And then you have people like me that have to teach people because the parents didn't teach them, because the parents didn't know. So it really ain't their fault, really. And when I really think about it, it's not their fault. We can't even say it's the parents' fault sometimes, because they didn't even know. But see, some of them did. They were just in denial because of their egos. And the ego is what keeps all of this going. The ego just keeps it going and going and going. Ego is what produces children. Ego is what has sex. Ego is what does everything that most people do. I'm not talking about every little thing, because people in the energy do not do this kind of bullshit. People that are in the true energy of true self and are in the moment, that are in the present moment. I believe in one thing, and do you know what that one thing is? Right now. That's all I believe in, is right now. I don't believe in anything. I have no more belief systems at all. None. No belief systems. I believe in right now. And getting back to this kid, he's yelling, he's acting like an idiot, and he's walking up to my car now. And he stopped me from turning because he got in the way. Now, if I was an ignorant person, I could have literally drove and I could have hit this kid. But you know, I wouldn't do something like that, because I know he's an idiot. I know he's just a dumb kid that doesn't know any better. You know, he's a Matrix player. But I'm looking at him, and he's coming up to my car, and the light turns red and the light's green again, and he's still in the way. And he slams the bottle on the ground, and he's screaming, and then he knows that I'm not playing his game. See, I didn't play his game. So him and his buddies, they knew I wasn't playing the game either. And they knew that I was not the guy to mess with. They knew that. They knew that just the way that I responded to the situation. I didn't say anything. I didn't react. I didn't say anything. I just stood there with my hands on my head, like, just looking right at him and his buddies. And they knew there was something about me. They were like, okay, we're leaving this guy alone, because he's not playing this game we're playing, and I wasn't playing their game. So they went to some other person, and then I finally turned. But what I'm saying is, these kids that everybody's bringing into this world, all we're bringing here is more people to be slaves to the system, slaves to more stupidity, slaves to just making people to make people to be here. More need, more, work, more stuff. And when you see this, yes, we're alive and we have to live. You see, you got to understand, I will never commit crimes against humanity. That's not how I am, because I'm not a violent person. Before I repented of things I did, because there was a time that I actually did need the gospel for myself. And I did need the words of Jesus Christ in the Bible. If I'm being truthful with you, I did need that for a time for myself, but I didn't get hung up on it religiously. You see, I got what I got from it. I repented. I knew what I did was wrong, things that I did in my life, and I took it upon myself to reflect on myself and say, Nate, it was your dumbass that did these things. It was your stupid fucking ass that did them. Nobody else. You did it. See, you were the NPC in the game. You were the idiot being led and programmed and indoctrinated and all this stuff. You were the person, not them, not those people. But see, once you realize this, then you will say to yourself, those people, them, because that's what it is. They haven't yet realized it for themselves. But sometimes, like I said, words are not going to do it justice. You can say whatever you want to say to some of these people, and they will remain to be in denial. They will remain to stay gullible and ignorant. They don't want to do anything to change their mindset. They want to stay in their ignorance because ignorance is bliss. You have no accountability in ignorance. You can just do whatever. You can step on every bug on the sidewalk. You can just do whatever you want to anybody. You can be a complete idiot asshole. And there's nothing. But see, the thing is, what these people don't understand, when these things happen to them, then they go, oh yeah, I was doing this thing and then this person did this to me and then I got in this situation. Yeah, because you got yourself in that situation. You were the idiot that didn't understand what you were doing, and you got yourself into this. And I hear this, I even hear this from people. I'm looking at them when they're talking, and I'm listening and I'm hearing what they're saying, and they're blaming someone else. They're literally putting it off on someone else, and they are in complete denial. They are in absolute denial because of their ego. They will not say that it was them that caused it, that they did it, that it was their fault why that thing happened. They will say everything. They will use every excuse. They will say it was everything but their own actions that did it. And this is the thing that, just like I said before, this is why I said responsible hedonism, Memento Mori, understanding that you will live and die and to be responsible for yourself, and homestead, because you got to get away from this shit. Because when you see this, you realize there is nothing anybody has to offer out here in this matrix. Nothing. All they have to offer is more corruption, more idiocy, more stupidness, more gullibility, more playing games, more blaming other people for why they do what they do. And it just goes on and on and on and on, because they are the epitome of ego. And ego is evil too. Ego is an evil thing. And people that are evil have an ego. That's why they're evil, because they have an ego. See, this goes so deep. I mean, I just really wonder how many of you are really getting this for yourself, what I'm saying. I really, really wonder how many of you are actually getting this for yourself. And not just acting like you're getting it or saying you're getting it to try to fit into something. Are you actually understanding this for yourself is the question. Because if you're getting this, then you should know that this has nothing to offer you at all. It's time to break away. It's time to get as far from the rest of humanity. It's time to get away from the rest of humanity as much as possible. You should not want to be a part of this thing anymore, even though you still have to be a part of it. You see, will you still have to go to the store sometimes? Yes, more than likely, because you're going to need batteries, you're going to need a flashlight, you're going to need a blow-up bed, you're going to need maybe a tent, you're going to maybe need some supplies. You're going to have to associate with it and do some things with it, but it doesn't mean that you have to correlate with it, that you have to be not even a part of it, that you have to indulge in it or say, oh, I fit in here, I'm with these people. No, it's just you're there to get something and move on. You're there to get what you need and to say, okay, see you later, I'm out. Because you ain't got time for the bullshit. You're done with the games. You're done with the unnecessary drama. You're done. You're done with it. You're done with it. You're either done with it or you're not done with it. And you're still playing the stupid game. You're still involving yourself with the ego every day. You're still involving yourself. You think that there's something out here that these people have to offer. They have nothing to offer you at all. They have nothing to offer you and I whatsoever at all. At all. When you see this for what it really is. This is way beyond having empathy or compassion. It has nothing to do with that. It's seeing this for what it really is. And the reason that you become like this is because you did have empathy. You did have compassion. You did go chasing people your whole life because you did care for them, but you seen how much they were caught up in all the bullshit and you said, look, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I ain't got no time for it no more, because I realize all that I'm doing is I'm just getting myself involved with something that does absolutely nothing for me while I'm here. All it's doing is stressing me the fuck out. All it's doing is making my life worse. All it's doing is it's getting me caught in the same repetitive nonsense all the time. And some people, it's a shame to say, some people are addicted to this. They love this kind of shit. They like when there's trouble. They like when things go completely wrong, or like drama, or so many things, so many little stupid things. That's because they're addicted to their ego. They're addicted to the mindset of ego and denial and not actually getting real with themselves. And then they have to be a part of something. They have to be a part of all that stuff, because that stuff validates the emptiness going on in them that they don't want to face, that they don't want to be real with. And if you can't understand this, then it's just that you have not yet experienced enough stuff in this world. You have not been around enough people. You have not yet opened up your mind and have seen everything, because it's not going to be for everybody. It's just not going to be for everyone. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It's not going to be for every person. And the thing is, that's why I said, over time, I already knew that this is how it happens. This is how it always happens. When you are a truth teller and you are an honest person and you're someone that you're doing whatever you can to get away from the nonsense, you will have this thing where at first there will be a whole bunch of people that listen to you. There will be a whole bunch of people that support you. Because when you're on the bullshit, when you're on the stupid shit, when you're on the drama, when you're on the nonsensical things, more people in this matrix will support you because they're involved with all the stupidity. But see, what's happening is it's getting less and less and less and less. There's less videos being watched. There's less likes, and that's cool. Then I know that I'm doing something real when that happens. I know that I'm being honest with myself when that happens because other people are not being honest with themselves. And when people stop listening to me or stop, now what the normal person would say that's still involved with this, they'll say something like, oh, well, everybody's not like you. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, because if you were understanding what I'm saying, you would not say something like that. You would not say, oh, well, everybody's not like that. You wouldn't say something like that. That's still a conditioned mind. That's still a programmed mind. You're still going by the thoughts of what the Matrix programmed you to be. You're still caught in that mindset because you wouldn't say something like that. You wouldn't say something like, oh, well, not everybody thinks like you. Well, then that means that you're not understanding what I'm saying. You're still at odds with what it is that I'm saying to you if you're doing that. I'm not saying that anyone is or isn't doing that, but if you're still doing that, then you're at odds with what I'm saying because you think that just because I'm not saying the exact thing that you want to hear, I'm not going to tell you what your itching ears wants to hear like a lot of these other people that are bullshitting you. I'm not going to bullshit you, and I already told everybody that. I'm not going to bullshit anybody. I am not going to put on the mask and facade for anybody. I am not going to act like I'm having a good day when I'm not. I'm not going to make something that I know that is not me. It's just not going to happen. It can't happen. It's impossible because I know better now. And see, the people that don't know better, then they don't know better. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, if you know better with me, then this should be giving you energy. This should be giving you the will to move on and to create something of your own. It should be giving you an energy to want to build something for yourself. It should be giving you energy, not sapping you of your energy. If this is sapping you of your energy, then you know that our energies are in conflict because you're still going by your ego. You're still going by the mask and the facade of, I need to be this way for these people. See, all that has got to go. Your ego has got to be destroyed. Your whole entire, this whole thing going on with when you're a kid and they say, oh, Santa Claus is coming down the chimney, that got to go. All the superstitions and belief systems and thinking that you're more important than somebody, that has got to go. You're never going to understand this if that doesn't go. And this is what most people don't want to do because they're so hung up on their ego. They think that they're more special than another person. They think because they're a different color that they're better than another person. They think because they're a certain race that they're the most powerful race on the earth. There's all kinds of crazy things that we do and that men have created. And we have only created something to be more violent, more stupid, more superstitious, more everything towards one another. And we just don't see this because we're ignorant of it. And if you're ignorant of it, you're not going to get this. It's only for people that are not ignorant of it. So anyway, I got to go in here to get water and milk if they have it. But I'm going to end it on that note. Remember these three things. These are the top three important things. Memento Mori, remember your death. Responsible hedonism, doing what you want, but doing it responsibly, and homestead living. It's going to be the only thing left for us. And with that, I'm including, with the homestead living, I'm including art, the arts and music and craft. That's what I mean by that. That's what you're going to be left with when you're someone like me, if you're resonating with the energy I'm talking about here. And that's going to be the only thing that's going to matter in the end and in your life. When you get to this kind of being this consciously aware of yourself, that's where you're going to end up being. So just keep that in mind. Later.